links that are in the slides here. I'm going to show you some examples of what different companies are doing to become purpose driven, and I'll put those links in there so as you think about incorporating something like this into your own business, you have some examples to refer back to. This particular image I created a couple years ago. You'll find it on my website in the About Us section, and what it comes down to is some of the core values that Runa and I are, want to take the company, which is helping you, our builder clients, achieve sustainable sales. So together we can impact the greater good. And so you'll see the all in the middle and the three circles around it, which is, we'll talk about these individually. Sustainable sale, having your clients become partners, and then you have a favorite cause or causes which you can give back to, which would impact you locally, regionally, and perhaps across the entire country or even the world. And so that is the focus today. And this is really a paradigm shift. This is very much an owner, a top-down decision. But if and when you do make a decision to incorporate something like this into your business, it's going to affect your employees and ultimately your clients, as well as your trade partners and maybe even people that you're not even partnering with right now. So lots and lots of different opportunities. All right, so let's just talk about the different types of companies that we are. We have transactional, transformational, and transcending companies. The vast majority of us, if not all of us, are really a transactional company. So it's very simple. We got a one-time instance of buying something. So we put together a business deal. So customer comes in, we sell them one of our inventory homes, build them a home. We hopefully do a good job. They're happy with us, refer somebody else our way. They pay us, we make a profit, and run our business that way. So it's simply just a transactional business, pretty prototypical for what has been around for since businesses started. What's happening now is that there are some businesses that are moving into more this transformational platform and even a transcending platform. What I want you all to think about today is really looking at going to a transformational platform as an opportunity to differentiate yourself, grow your business, and even increase your profitability. And what this means is that your business, you're going to hone it, you're going to and honor it to enroll your partners, your suppliers, your investors, team members, and your customers into your greater purpose. So really, you're using the ecosystem that you've already established. And what I mean by ecosystem is all the relations that you have with your suppliers locally, regionally, nationally, your trade partners, your labor, perhaps even your affiliates, what I'm going to call your banking partners, your title, and anybody else that you use to help you run your business, or at least execute your business. Transformational, and then what we call our highest level of becoming a purpose-driven builder would be transcending. And this is where you're going to interconnect ecosystems. This is really, really high-level stuff, and it's a huge leap up from going transformational. So I put it on there because I just want you to know that, hey, if some of you really grab onto this and want to run with it, that's the ultimate. But I think for the vast majority of us, we want to look at shifting our company from being one that just does transactions to one that is transformational. All right, so let's talk a little bit more. So when we talk about our greater purpose, I wanted to bring this into terms that a lot of you, this is where a lot of you are probably already, it's already part of your life, just maybe not part of your business. So the burning question is, in your life, what is more important than money and business success? There's always something, the almighty dollar, and doing a good job and getting a pat on the back and having clients and paying our bills is not the end all be all. There's typically always certain things that are more important. More often than not, these are things that you participate in when you're not at work. So the idea here is that we want to take a look at some of those activities that you're already participating in. Normally they'll be philanthropic, and bring those into your business and help it define your business's greater purpose. So the next question is after you ask yourself, well, what's more important, is what causes do you have a passion for? What are some things that you're like, hey, you know what, I'm willing to invest my time, my money, my energy into this cause or causes. And then we ask the question is, okay, how do we incorporate those into your business so your employees, your clients can share in your greater purpose? And of course, your trade partners and suppliers and affiliates in your business as well. And the idea behind this is that we are going to create a sustainable sale. So let's just look at this, just some ideas here. This may or may not apply to you, some things that you're already doing. I say there are 6 basic human needs, beginning with clean water and ending with housing. Well, surprise, surprise, we are home builders, right? We already provide housing. So some of you may have participated already in your local home builders association. You may have done, we're helping build a home for underprivileged people, disabled veterans, Operation Finally Home. I know a number of you have participated in that, or we have one client right now that actually is building a home for a disabled veteran. But education, medicine, clothing, nutritious food, clean water, 6 basic human needs. Now, you may have an interest that's outside of those. These are simply just for an example sake. But the question we ask ourselves is that does my greater good, is it going to serve the local community? Is it going to serve maybe the region that I'm in or the world? I think that's an important question to answer and help you define. There's no right or wrong answer here. Obviously, if you have already participated in some housing-based initiatives, you're going to be in your local community. And that's fantastic. But all 6 of these things, maybe outside of clean water, are probably a need in your local community. If we go internationally, obviously they're needed around the world, and the United States is a very, very rich country compared to other areas around the world, and so we definitely take a lot of these things for granted, where other countries have none of them. All right, so let's talk about a sustainable sale. What does that mean? A sustainable sale is where your buyers love your company story, and the company story is part of your greater purpose, being a purpose-driven builder. They see maximum value perception, and this is what's happening today, is that if you were to do a split test, and what I mean by a split test is that if you make the same offer for the same product, but you make it 2 different ways. So if you were to split test your offerings, your homes, your remodeling services, and you had one that was tied to a greater purpose, and we'll talk about how to do that, and you had one that was just a transactional sale. So in other words, it's a transformational opportunity for one of your clients to get involved in versus a transactional opportunity for one of your clients to get involved in. If you tested those side by side, you would find 2 things. Number one is more people are interested in the transformational offering, and they're willing to pay you more for it. This has been tested up and down. Doesn't matter what the price is, doesn't matter what the service, if it's a service, if it's a product, is that people want to feel good about the companies they do business with. They want to have more than just a transactional relationship. They're looking for more of that transformational or transcending relationship. So they want to feel good about the purchases they make, about the companies they associate with. Nowhere is this more relevant than in the millennial generation. Millennials are much, much more into experiences, and part of those experiences are where they make purchases with companies that are giving back to causes that they believe in. And so they're not only willing to do business with those companies, they're willing to pay more to do business with those companies. So that's where that maximum value perception comes from, or MVP. Value is a perception, right? It's simply price performance divided by quality perception. But that quality perception can be multiplied by incorporating more of a transformational relationship with your clients and even your trade partners as well. So a sustainable sale also delivers a good to great level of profit. This is something where it allows you to work with, people that you like, and your buyers really love what you stand for. You're going to deliver that new home or remodeling project the buyer feels it's well worth the money, and it's going to keep you financially stable. So you're enjoying your life that you desire. Your company is growing with your people through its greater purpose. So that's that transformational transformational growth, where it's again you're taking your entire ecosystem here and you're plugging all the different people into it, and everybody has their eyes set on the same goal. And it's not about making a sale, or it's not about making money. It's about a cause or causes that you have taken up. So that's that giving back part of the idea. I'm going to walk through with you right now 4 different what we're gonna call impact models. So 4 different ways. I'm going to show you some examples now what companies are doing that you could incorporate into your own business, and moving from that transactional to transformational business. And so if you have questions or thoughts, or if you know of another business that maybe does something similar to this, feel free to share that with us, and we'll pull it up here. I've got these websites pulled up. So the first idea or impact model is to buy one, give one. Very simple. You sell one of your homes, and you are going to give, one. When I say one, it's obviously you're not giving a home away, but you're going to give something to one of your impact partners, or one of your charity partners. Again, this might be local, this might be regional, this might be a worldwide. So the example here is Tom's Shoes, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull them up. If any of you have heard of Tom's Shoes or have done business with them before, let us know. But they have a spot on their website called Tom's Stories, and this is stories behind your impact. And so what happens is, this is a shoe company, and this is their website right here. This is the shoe company. Now, right now, what their mission is that they want to come up with an end to gun violence. So regardless of what you think of the political position of gun violence and what they're doing, that's the side note. What you see here is that they're using this cause as a way to create a transformational relationship with their customers. So this is simply a shoe company. How does a shoe company compete with any other shoe company? Well, they're doing something completely different here. So they're finding customers that also believe in these causes, and they have a lot of stories here as well. So it's not just ending gun violence; it's a lot of different stories that their customers are participating in. They sell a pair of shoes, they give money to these different causes. So buy one, get one. So if you think about it, every time you sell a home, what could you do as far as giving something away that you and your customers, you and your salespeople, you and your employees, and maybe your trade partners and suppliers all are buying into. So buy one, give one. Second impact model here is what's called a direct impact business model. And the example here is a company called Feed. And I'll pull up their website. Feed is really cool because Feed is all about, I guess you'd call it a clothing line, but they make handbags. And the handbags are sold, and what they do is they provide meals for obviously people that need food. So we're going back to one of those 6 basic human needs is nutritious food. So here's what's really cool how they promote it is they say, hey, this one bag here, you'll see it's not an inexpensive bag, sells for $118, but this particular bag here will provide 185 meals. And this one's again 185 meals. This one's 100 meals, 100 meals. And so again, the company's story talks about here. I think the owner's right here. Yes, this is the owner, Lauren Bush. She founded Feed in 2007. She was, saw the reality of childhood hunger, and she was traveling with the World Food Program. So very simply, she started making these bags, and what she does as part of her ecosystem is she will work with third world countries, and she'll work with designers there and actually manufacture some of the bags there too. So Kenya to India. They're using their artisans there, and then they not only take and provide jobs for them, they're selling the bags, and then they come back, and then that they are then feeding obviously people that need the food. So very cool, direct impact. I purchased this bag here. I know that 100 meals are going to people that deserve it. So obviously, if you sell a home, you're going to have a much bigger impact than that. But you can actually quantify whatever your cause is or causes with that home that you sell, and so that person that's buying it also gets the opportunity to share in that impact and again have that transformational relationship with you. So this is another one that I thought that was kind of neat too. They've expanded their program where now people that actually can participate by doing a supper. And so they come together, they share a meal together, help your neighbor. So this is more of a local versus a global impact. And what they do as part of that dinner party is that they will raise money, and then that money will go to other organizations. So you can see that this is one of their partners, Feeding America. And so they raised the money and they brought in another partner. That partner, of course, lends credibility to their company, and it just multiplies the impact of what they're doing. So really cool ideas here that these folks are doing. Let's go to our third impact model. Percentage or dollar amount. This is very simple. Obviously, that you sell X amount of dollar, your home is X amount of dollars, is that you will take and donate a percentage of that or a dollar amount directly back to causes. Again, we're talking local, regional, or worldwide. So Sevenly is an example here. We'll pull them up. Sevenly is a clothing manufacturer, and they will again put some of their causes, they'll print them right on their shirts. And so if you look at this, this will shop and support the causes that you care about. So what we're allowing here is that we're saying, okay, we've got, looks like 8 different causes here that people can make a direct impact on. And so it's a direct impact to, in this case, is autism, cancer, disaster, education. You can see food and water, human trafficking, outdoor environment, social causes. So you allow the customer to actually, they actually have some input onto where that goes. But the percentage or dollar amount goes directly to one of those causes. And again, as you can see, these guys have done not only worldwide, but they've done some local stuff as well. So it doesn't have to be just one or the other. Okay, the last two that really I think work well for our industry is 4A, which we're going to call pay, donate what you want. And we'll talk about an example of that with Humble Bundle. And then we also have the donate where you want, and Project 7 is the example there. So let's start out with pay or donate what you want, and we'll put that in the context of how that might work for housing. Okay, so this is interesting. So this company is called Humble Bundle. What they do is they will take and they'll bundle up books or video games or things like that. They will put them up for sale for a couple of weeks. So you can see this one has 13 days left, 12 days left. It looks like this one may be in a month. And what they'll do is that you can go in here and you can pay what you want. So they will put together in this case is 20 different, let's see, 7 different games. There's $114 value, and then it allows people to pay what they want over and above this. So there's a cost obviously to the product, but then anything over and above that will go towards a charity partner. So one idea with this, and this goes back to I think it was the Silverton folks in Austin. We're talking about they were going to have, I think it was the 25th or 30th anniversary, and John's idea was, or Mike's idea was, I want to build a home at cost, and I'm going to auction it off and let somebody get that home at cost, one of their clients. So one of the ideas behind that you could use with that kind of model here with this is that you could go out and you could build a home at cost, and then you could pick charity partner or partners that would receive any amounts over and above that cost. So in other words, you're donating your profits. And this would be an incredible opportunity for you to partner with your vendors, suppliers, employees, get some great press for it, and really make a huge impact, not only for the person buying the home, but for the charitable organizations. I know that I think it's St. Jude's Children's Hospital has a program like that in certain states where they'll actually raffle off a home, and the builder will get paid the cost of the home at the hard costs, and then any money over and above that will go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So there's one example there. That's 4A. Example 4B, which is donate where you want. And is this where we give the customer the opportunity to say, hey, I want the dollars, or the the percentage, or whatever you're gonna give away. They get to direct it. So we'll look at the example here. This is Project 7. And this is kind of interesting as they talk about. So this is a specialty gum and mint brand, and that what they do is they get back to 7 areas of need. So very similar to what I suggested earlier. I said there's 6 basic human needs. They had 7 on here, so they incorporated 7, the earth, or saving the earth, and they also had a hope for peace. But as you can see, medical here, education, clean water, nutritious food, housing. So they had 5 of the 6 that I had on there. Anyway, so the customer, when they make a purchase, they get to say, yeah, I want X amount or X percent of my purchase to go towards this particular charity. So you involve the client into where the impact goes. But as you can see, that all of these websites and all of these companies, I'm going to go back to the home page here. Right here, they're not hiding behind this. This is really part of their core DNA, and for this Project 7. So you look at this and it's like, yeah, I'm selling gum and specialty gum and mints, but it's definitely all about their Project 7. Is definitely about that we're doing this. This is a transformational company, not a transactional one. In other words, we're gonna work together, and you're gonna be our partner in these 7 causes. So again, all of these businesses have differentiated themselves in their spaces. They have grown their businesses. They're making more money by partnering and giving away more. So going back to the question here that we started with is, what is more important to you than business success and money? And I know you all have programs out there right now that you either participate in outside of work, or you've kept work separate. And what I'm saying is that let's consider bringing those into your work. Let's consider making them, going from a transactional to a transformational type business. And one of the things I would throw out there for you is that if you have an idea or ideas of things that you would like to do and bring into your business, I'm going to donate my time, to helping you do that. So whether it's strategic planning, providing some resources as far as different partner clients, ecosystem tie-ins, that sort of thing. That's how I want to help you be able to achieve becoming a transformational business. So I'll open it up for any questions or thoughts or feedback on anything we discussed here today. And if any of you, I know Sarah and Stacy, you guys already have I think it's a Missing Children's Network. You guys are already heavily involved with there as well. So hopefully the wheels are churning on how you can incorporate that. But any initial feedback right now?
Nope, not here.
I think it's wonderful. We have never actually incorporated it into our business. We do it more personally and through the church community, and but they've got some wonderful organizations here that I could see us bringing into a partnership deal. Great. Like that.
Well, I'm in your office next week, so let's take it up when we go over our management items.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's great. Good to hear, Kathleen. Uh, Sarah, since you, or excuse me, Stacy, you and David are very involved in them. I think it's Missing Children's Network. Is that right?
It's NACMEC. It's the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Actually, John Walsh. It's John Walsh's. If you're familiar with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's that organization actually.
And you guys, I think, do you both sit on the board of directors?
David is the president of the local board here, and then we share the event every year.
Okay. And have you done anything with that as far as incorporating it into your business, as far as some of the things we just discussed?
Well, we haven't really incorporated it into our business. Our company, a lot of our, I wouldn't say a lot, but several of our employees are involved, which is super nice. And then, some of our employees do attend, and more and more have been attending every year. I don't know what else,
Okay, so there's definitely an opportunity.
We also do, actually, I wouldn't say that, actually, that's not really correct. Our subcontractors donate every year, so that's, our suppliers do donate. They actually, some of them buy tables.
Yeah.
So that's actually
We do more like internal advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already have a pretty good base there that if you wanted to just pick that up and run with it, you could really do some cool things with this.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very cool. And Kelly, I know you guys are doing. Are you building a house right now? I know you're some sort of something you're involved with Jed.
Yeah, what we do almost every year, and we've done about 14 of them so far, is Have a Heart program. And we build a home at cost, and a lot of our trades help with doing it at their cost or a big discount. And then we find a family in need, and they buy that home at that reduced price.
Okay, so kind of almost like the example I gave. And is the Have a Heart, is that through your Home Builders Association, or is it a separate entity?
No, it's through the Home Builders Association, but we always try to grab it and be the builder that does it.
Sure. Again, there's an opportunity, something you're already doing, where you could make it more part of your ecosystem, and very exciting. It's very cool stuff, guys, just to hear the different things that you're already doing. And there's a lot more out there. Operation Finally Home is another great organization where several of you have built homes for disabled veterans. The offer stands that if you would like to take and do something more with this, and want to try to, again, move yourselves from a transactional to a transformational company, I'm at your beck and call to assist you with that. And this is stuff that's near and dear to my heart. And so it's very exciting to hear the things you're already doing. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, let's go. Let's fasten your seatbelts. Let's do it. That's all I have for today. Any final questions or thoughts? Anything we discussed before we adjourn?